You're watching Newsnight 13.
Welcome back. Operation Justice Bahamas continuing its fight against the rising cost of electricity on Grand Bahama. The organization, led by activist Troy Garvey, launched a drive 6 weeks ago to collect some 10,000 signatures as they pursue legal action against the Grand Bahama Power Company. Now, Garvey said to date over 7,000 persons have signed that petition. He noted that Operation Justice is also collecting statements from residents who have incurred damage to appliances and those who are receiving high power bills.
The reason for that, why we're taking statement, is because after we filed a summary into the Supreme Court, once we get a public inquiry, we are going to go ahead and file a class action suit so people could be reimbursed for either overcharging or damaged appliances, because there's only one power company that supplies energy, and that's the Grand Bahama Power Company. And so we are getting ready now to our deadline to enter the summary. The deadline is the 11th of November.
The community activist is appealing to residents to come forward with their concerns and complaints, but he noted that this feat is no easy task.
The people don't understand the fight. It is something new for us to be fighting such a hard fight. We are fighting 4 entities in this fight. We are fighting not only the power company, we are fighting the Grand Bahama Port Authority, because they should not have sold the power company. We are fighting the government because they're trying to sell BEC to the Emera group. And we're also fighting Focal because they're the sole exclusivity for the sale of fuel to the power company.
Garvey said action against the power company should be filed in the Supreme Court within the next 3 weeks. Meantime, police have released the identity of the man found dead on the beach near the Holmes Rock Cemetery yesterday. He is 53-year-old Philip Edgecombe of Holmes Rock, a resident of the area found lying face down just east of the cemetery in Holmes Rock early yesterday morning. Police say there were no visible signs of trauma to the body. Police also say that foul play is not suspected. In lighter news, the Bahamas Union of Teachers making a special presentation to a local musician on Thursday afternoon. Area Vice President, along with an official of the BUT, awarded a plaque to Papa Smurf for his hit single, Teacher Appreciation, a song that recognizes teachers for their hard work and dedication. AVP Quentin LaRota thought it fitting to present Papa Smurf with a plaque to show their appreciation for the song he believes highlights the role educators, past and present, have played in the lives of many students.
We really do take time out to recognize individuals who make a great contribution, and I thought that I would do that also to encourage him to continue on his positive path. There are a lot of negative elements of the hip-hop music, so I think when you find something that's positive, especially something that hits home to the profession which you represent, I think it's an imperative that you make the extra effort to recognize and to celebrate that type of contribution.
Musician Papa Smurf was taken aback by the award, but he says he believes it will inspire him to continue to write positive messages.
Honestly, I feel so good, man, because, you know, it's see, I feel good because, you know, there's a lot of times that you feel like the work that you do, you know, people don't recognize it, and it feels good for someone to just recognize what you're doing and presenting you with something that you could actually physically touch and see, you know what I mean? So whenever I feel down about music or whatever, I could actually pick this up and look at it and say, you know, this is what, you know, yeah.
Now, Papa Smurf was also presented with a BUT pen and notepad to continue writing. He also received a handbag that BUT officials hope will one day carry his platinum album. Finally, in news tonight, he is not your average repeat visitor, but he is someone who believes Grand Bahama and the Bahamas is the best place in the world. And why, you may ask? Well, he says he has the wisdom and the years to prove it. Natalie Martinborough explains.
Dr. Jerry Bookin and his wife Sandra have been coming to Grand Bahama every year since 1969. Dr. Bookins, now a retired general surgeon from New Jersey, says it's been the warm weather, the people, and of course the beaches that have kept them coming back. But this visit was the most special yet, as Dr. Bookin gathered family members and friends from all around the world and headed to Grand Bahama to celebrate his 100th birthday.
We spent most of our winters in the Bahamas. After I retired in 1970 from my medical practice, we were spending 3 to 6 months here in the beginning, and for most of the rest of the time of my life, I spent 6 months in this Bahama island every year. And I suspect that it had something to do with my longevity.
On his special day, this alert and affable centenarian spent the day taking in the sun on the beach near his winter home at Silver Point in Lucaya.
It's wonderful to have your family with you, and that we have.
Dr. Bookin says not much has changed on Grand Bahama since he started spending the winter months here in Grand Bahama. And despite his age, he says not much has changed with him either.
Fortunately, I don't have anything wrong with me. I feel perfectly well. I just have a little problem walking. But otherwise, I feel perfectly well.
This centenarian says he was determined to spend his big day here on Grand Bahama, and he only had one additional request, and it all has to do with a special menu for the big day.
Kentucky Fried Chicken was my lunch. I think they make the best Kentucky Fried Chicken in the world.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jerry.
Dr. Jerry Bookin says he plans to come back to Grand Bahama at this time every year. In fact, he hopes to be around for the next 100 years.
I'll try that.
Natalie Martinborough, ZNS News.
Tonight's Facebook story of the night was brought to you by Sky Bahamas.
So our Facebook question of the night, do you think that Port Lucaya should have their business license waived to stimulate the economy as well? Felicia Cash Saunders says yes and no, because entrepreneurs provide jobs to the jobless. New businesses stimulate the economy in a multitude of other ways. However, by spending money in many different sectors, you make money. Denise Hamilton says yes, give it to the whole of Grand Bahama business owners, for all of them are hurting. Kylie Moore says they need to waive or reduce the business license to all businesses. The economy is so bad that many businesses are working just to pay overhead expenses, with many more persons losing jobs. Spending is not good. Before some places are open, they are closed.
Okay. What do you think?
I think it should be extended to Port Lucaya as well.
Go with you, it should be. It's a rough, tough time out there for all the business owners who want to stay open. Give them a break.
Yeah,
Christmas comes early.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Newsnight 13. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team,
I'm Ricardo.
I'm Shashina. Good evening.
Bye-bye.
See news in the making, call ZNS News at 351-3430.